Hello everyone, this is Collecting Casual here. Nintendo recently dropped a new trailer for Metroid Dread. As you can see right here, it's the Metroid Dread overview trailer. So I figured, well, I've already watched it, so I figured I'd go through this again, analyze it a little bit because I feel like it and I need content. So let's just do the thing.
Exploration and dread. An unprecedented.
Okay, so one thing that I noticed, let's see, well, one, Kraid's back. I mean, we already know Kraid's back. But, if we go...
Dread. An unprecedented...
Right here. So this looks like a blue or a purple Emmy. So later in the trailer, we see that all the Emmy have, like, special abilities. You see this in the Nintendo Treehouse Live gameplay as well. All of the different color Emmys have different abilities. So this one's like a purple. So I'm wondering, maybe this one... I'm thinking this one goes like invisible or something. This purple's like a very shadowy color, and I don't know. I don't know what this one's gonna do, but I feel like it's gonna turn invisible in some way. Let's continue.
Unprecedented threat is closing in on Samus. Metroid Dread. The most powerful bounty hunter in the galaxy, Samus Aran. On her latest mission, she'll explore the inner belly of a beastly planet.
Okay, so this looks like some sort of like trainway, kind of like a fast travel, like the trainways in Hollow Knight, which is pretty neat. So this looks like some sort of fast travel between different parts of an area. Because, like, in the Nintendo Treehouse gameplay, you can see that in order to get between areas, you still have to use the elevators from, like, Prime and stuff. So, but this is definitely not an elevator. So unless this is, like, just a different kind of elevator, or maybe it takes you to a special area. I don't know. But it seems like some sort of frick. Cannot speak. Seems like a sort of fast travel between two parts of the same area, like from one side of the area to the other. So that's what I think this is. It might be something else. I don't know. Maybe, but it's definitely some form of fast travel.
This mission will take Samus to the as yet unexplored planet ZDR.
Okay, so Planet ZDR. So yeah, this is, I believe, new to the Metroid series. Kind of looks like Jupiter, like with the little storm. I think these are storm clouds. I don't know. Kind of looks like Jupiter. But yeah, this is definitely a new planet, which is neat. I don't know why I paused here to point out the obvious. Let's just continue.
Which holds many secrets. Beneath the planet's surface lies a massive labyrinth of distinct areas, from caves to magma chambers, ancient forests, and underwater depths. At Samus's disposal is a powerful arm cannon, missiles, her jumping prowess, a new slide, and a brutal melee counter, which
Okay, so the melee counter was, I believe, in the Metroid 2 remake, Samus Returns. I believe that's what that's from. It's a returning power-up, or not power-up, a returning ability, which I think is really cool, because, like, this looks like it's going to be super useful and super fun to mess around with. Like, it's, like, kind of one of those things that's going to be, like, super satisfying to do, kind of like a parry in Breath of the Wild, which is really neat. So this looks like it's gonna be very satisfying to pull off. So I'm very excited to see how that feels when you play the game.
flex enemy attacks. as Samus continues to explore, she'll gain additional abilities. Cling to certain walls and ceilings with the spider magnet.
Okay, so I believe this is a new power-up in the game, or a new ability. Not entirely sure. I believe this is new. I think maybe it also appeared in Samus Returns. I'm not entirely sure, because I've seen a few things like that. But there has been similar abilities in past Metroid games, like in like the Spider Ball, which is very similar, but you go into Morph Ball mode to use it. So this kind of looks like it might replace it. I don't know. Maybe the Spider Ball will come back. I'm not sure on that. But I don't think we've seen the Spider Ball as of yet in the trailers that Nintendo has released. So this could just be replacing it, which I'm not entirely sure of just yet, because like I said, Nintendo hasn't really mentioned Spider Ball at all in these trailers from what I've seen.
Morph into a ball to enter narrow passages with the Morph Ball. Move at high speed with the Flash Shift.
Okay, so this is another new ability. This is a kind of a Metrovania staple in the Metrovania genre. Like, it's in games like Hollow Knight and stuff. And this is actually the first time it's appeared in the Metroid games. It's a new ability, which is really interesting because a bunch of Metrovanias in the past have abilities like this. But again, this is the first time it's appeared in a Metroid game. And Metroid is kind of like the first, like, it was one of the first ever Metrovanias. It like established that series alongside Castlevania, which is where the Metrovania genre gets its name. It's a combination of the Metroid and Castlevania. So this is really cool to see because it's been in so many other Metrovanias. And I can definitely see this being just as useful in this game as it is in other Metrovanias. So I'm very glad to see this come to Metroid.
Lock on to multiple targets at once with the Storm Missile.
Okay, that's another one I really like to see. Like, this one is interesting because I think it's another new ability, the Storm Missile, because it's like a multi-lock missile, which is really interesting because, like, I can definitely see this being very useful, though I'm not entirely sure how it would work. I mean, I'm thinking it might just be like a charge thing, kind of like how you use a charge beam in like Metroid Prime, where you like you charge your power, or like your arm cannon, and then press the missile button and it shoots a bunch of missiles. I'm thinking this is kind of a rendition of that from the Prime games, which is really cool to see because this one locks on to multiple targets, which is interesting. So I can definitely see that being used for puzzles, like we just saw right here, where Samus hit all the little switches here and opened the door. So I'm hoping that that will become like a super in-depth puzzle element for stuff like this, because I feel like if this is kind of like a more smaller puzzle to do with that the Storm Missile, and then there's like a bigger puzzles that are like spread throughout like a room that are kind of like hidden behind walls or something, so you have to like get yourself into a position where you can hit all of them. I feel like that would be a really cool puzzle element for the game, because Metroid doesn't really have a ton of puzzles. It's just kind of exploring. I mean, like, aside from like story progression and maybe getting like a missile upgrade, but this is really cool. So really hoping to see more puzzle elements, a lot of puzzle elements that involve the Storm Missile.
With each ability you uncover as Samus, your exploratory options will expand.
Okay, this is another thing that I've noticed. I don't think they've directly mentioned this, but this kind of looks like a scan ability. Like, you can like scan the area and find breakable points. Like, as you see here, like Samus used like a little scan and then found out that these blue areas here are destructible, which is going to be really neat. Like, I don't know I feel like this is kind of like uh the scan ability in the Prime games, but not really, because in the Prime games it's like an informational scan, or like you scan like certain objects and it tells you about it. But this kind of looks like it's like a similar style, but with destructible objects, and like I I can assume weak points as well, which will be really cool. Like, I can definitely see this also being a really cool puzzle element for the games.
Eventually, the whole planet will open up
And this, I believe, is called actually, what is that called? I think it's called the Screw Attack. This is also another returning ability from past games. I believe it was first in Super Metroid. And I haven't played that far into Super Metroid because it just didn't really do it for me. But I probably will play through Super Metroid at some point. I don't know. But this is a returning ability that I've never actually used because, like I said, I didn't really get too far into Super Metroid. But it's really cool to see this return. Although I believe this was in Samus Returns as well. It might, I don't know. Maybe it was, maybe it wasn't, I don't know. Maybe this was just a Super Metroid thing, I don't know. I'm not, again, I've only played a few Metroid games. And I've only actually beaten Prime. So I'm unsure, but it's nice to see this ability come back and all that.
be yours to explore.
Okay, so this right here, what we just saw, it looks like there's like some sort of magnet ability, kind of like Magnesis in Breath of the Wild, where like you can grab things, or maybe it was just an extension, maybe it was just a grapple hook. I don't know, kind of looked like I think it was just grapple hook, now that I think about it. So that's pretty neat to see that. I'm not sure if that's been done in previous games or anything, but this would definitely be another interesting puzzle element. Kind of like Zelda block puzzles, except in a flat 2D side-scrolling environment, which would be pretty cool to see.
At will.
Okay, this looks like I don't believe this was in any other... Actually, no, it was. It was, I believe this ability was also in Super Metroid. It's kind of looks like a powered-up, dash, like what we saw earlier with the, I forgot what it was called already. But, the dash abilities. Looks like maybe an extension of it where you have to charge it up and then use it. That's really cool to see. I think this was also, again, in Super Metroid. But again, I haven't played through much of it, so I'm unsure.
The abilities you gain can also be used in combat against enemies, making them versatile in a number of situations. Research robots called Emmy will track down Samus and attempt to capture her. Their bodies are covered with tough armor that regular attacks cannot penetrate. If they capture Samus, she will meet her end.
Okay, yeah, we saw this in the...
Emmy hunt down Samus by detecting the sound she makes. And once one sees her, the real hunt begins.
Okay, yeah, so this is a yellow Emmy. So from the looks of things, it is really fast. And I think that's kind of it. So yeah, this is what I was talking about at the beginning of the video when we saw the purple Emmy. About how they all have different abilities and stuff. So this one looks like it's just really fast. And I am not sure if it does anything else. Maybe it has some electric abilities or something, I don't know. But this one just looks like it's a speedy boy.
To evade the relentless Emmy, your only
Okay, so this, I believe we also, actually no, yeah, we did see this in the Nintendo Treehouse thing, where there's a ability you get fairly early on in the game, from what I understand, called the Shade Cloak, and this is what it's for. It's like you can hide from them, so like they can't see you. So this is definitely going to be incredibly useful, because that was kind of one of the things I was a bit worried about when I saw the original trailer, was like, okay, how are we actually going to avoid these if we get like caught in like a corner or something? Like, is there gonna be any way out of this? And this is it. This is our way out. This is the shake cloak. And so, from what I understand, when you use this, there's like a little bar up here. This little yellow bar. It's like an energy bar, not like health energy, but like energy. So like, the longer you use it, the more it depletes. But the thing is that from what I've seen, as soon as you deactivate it, you lose all of it. At least from what I understand, you can gain it back just from like running around and stuff. So this is definitely a really cool ability that I hope is actually going to be more useful outside of this. Like, because this could actually be like an entirely different playstyle. Like, you could, like, instead of running around and killing everything, you could just use the Shade Cloak. If you effectively use the Shade Cloak properly, you can just get past everything. So, like, you could either play the game like you would a standard Metroid, like, just kill whatever fights you, or you could, just sneak past everything with a Shade Cloak, aside from, you know, bosses and stuff that you're required to fight. So that's really cool, that you can essentially use this to your advantage to have an entirely different playstyle.
The option is to use Samus's abilities to avoid detection and escape. Different types of enemy with varying capabilities lie in wait across planet ZDR.
Okay, yeah, this is what I was talking about earlier. And, yeah, we just saw the yellow one a second ago, and this is a blue one. Looks like it's got, like, some sort of ice ability where it can, like, freeze things, which is pretty neat, because that's actually, like, I feel like that's, like, because, like, as soon as that little, device or enemy there got into its vision, it was frozen, like, it couldn't do anything. So I feel like this is probably going to be the strongest out of all of them. Because, like, as soon as it sees you, you're pretty much dead. Unless you use the Shade Cloak incredibly quickly. So I feel like this is probably going to be one of the harder ones.
Deadly unknown organisms lurk in the dark. Ruins of a long-lost civilization litter the planet. And is the mysterious bird-like Chozo figure ally or enemy? What secret...
Okay, so, something I'd like to point out here. So we saw... where is it? Not him. This guy. Let's see if I can get a better shot. Yes. Right here, this guy. We saw him in the second trailer that Nintendo put out. This is definitely the main antagonist of the game. So, for those of you that don't know, Samus was basically raised by the Chozo, which is what this guy is. This is a Chozo dude. So he's got, like, the same armor and stuff, because Samus's power armor is Chozo in origin. So this Chozo guy also has power armor. So this guy kind of looks like an emperor of some kind. I watched a couple of videos on it. From what I understand, this guy, I believe, has appeared in the books, like the comics and stuff. And I think he was like part of. I think it was like a monarchy of one of the sides of the Civil War or something like that. Not entirely sure about that. But this guy's definitely the main antagonist. But the reason I point this out, because this was shown in the other one, is see this guy right here. This guy is completely different. So
this bird-like Chozo figure.
Yeah, like he kind of like bows to Samus, like kind of like giving respect. So I'm wondering if this guy is an ally. Or maybe this is like an end of the game thing or something. I don't know. But it looks like, from what I can gather, either the main antagonist Chozo is going to turn and this is the same guy, or there are two sides of this. There's this guy that could potentially help you out, and the other guy, the Emperor like Chozo, that is the main antagonist, which I find really interesting because they haven't. This is the first time we see this. This is, I don't believe, anywhere else, unless this is the guy that's on the other side of the Civil War, like against the other guy. I don't know. Again, I'm very unsure of the whole Civil War thing, or if that's even canon.
Ally or enemy? What secret truths hide within planet ZDR? Beyond the mission, beyond the dread, what true terror lies in wait? Metroid Dread. Plus, a Metroid Dread special edition that includes the game, 5 art cards, steelbook, and art book.
Okay, so this is something I really wanted. I really wanted this Metroid Dread special edition. And actually, the day I'm recording this, I actually went out and pre-ordered the game. But the thing is, they didn't have the special edition in stock or available for pre-orders, because when this trailer was announced, I was on vacation, so I wasn't able to get to GameStop quick enough to pre-order it. So sadly, I am not getting this. As much as I would love to have like the steel book and the little art cards in the art book, I can't get it. I've already pre-ordered the standard game, and there's no way I'm spending another $90 just to get this.
Amiibo! Players can use compatible Amiibo figures with the Metroid Dread game. Acquire an additional energy tank by tapping the Samus Amiibo. Or get an additional Missile Plus tank by tapping the Emmy Amiibo. Tap these figures again to replenish a certain amount of the resources once per day. Amiibo.
Okay, this is another thing that I wanted to get. So because I couldn't get the special edition, I did want to get the Amiibos. I wasn't planning on getting the Amiibos because I was going to get the special edition, but now I'm not getting the special edition, so now I'm kind of thinking about getting the Amiibos. So, when I went to GameStop to pre-order the game, I did ask if they have the Amiibos available for pre-order, and they don't. So, I might get later. I might pre-order this at a later time at some point. I am unsure of that though. So I think that is it for the trailer. Let's just make sure. Okay, yeah, so that's it. So yeah, this game is looking to be really good, and I am very glad I pre-ordered it. One thing I would like to talk about real quick. So if you guys remember, a couple of videos back when I talked about the Switch OLED, I said I was going to get it. I'm no longer getting it. Because as much as I would like to have the Switch OLED, I would essentially be committing financial suicide if I did that. Like, I would go dead broke, maybe $10-20 left over if I'm lucky, so I'm not gonna get it. Which is why I have instead pre-ordered Metroid Dread, and again, I was gonna get special edition for an unboxing, but I can't do that now. So now I'm hoping I can get the Amiibo, so I can do that for you guys. And a few more things. So if you guys have a very keen eye, you would notice that there is no longer a watermark right there, somewhere there. That is because I actually finally upgraded to PowerDirector Ultimate. So yeah, that means that my editing the capability should be better. It's actually why I'm able to do this video this way, because it comes with this screen recording software, which is really neat. So trying that out, which is why I'm doing this. So, oh yeah, also I got a microphone. If you didn't notice, got this $40 microphone. It is the Ikeo AK60 microphone kit. I found it on Amazon for like 40 bucks. All the reviews I've seen were good, so I decided to pick it up, and I'm very glad I did. I actually got this like maybe a few weeks ago, like 3 or 4 weeks ago, like maybe a month now ago. I wasn't actually able to use it because the free version of PowerDirector was being really weird and wouldn't let me upload any of my stuff. So, yeah, this is that's gonna be it. This is just a quick little video, you know, just talking about Metroid and stuff, and I'm very excited for it. So hopefully I can get the amiibo, do an unboxing for you guys whenever that comes out. And I will see you guys later.